technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Ingles Giving Tree, benefiting Manna Food Bank, is back up at the Asheville Mall for the season. We know nothing can hold back the holiday spirit of giving in Western North Carolina, and we remember the needs of our neighbors this year. Drop off non-perishable items in the donation barrels at Ingles locations, donate online, or at the Ingles Giving Tree at the Asheville Mall. Help Ingles Markets, iHeartRadio Asheville, WLOS, and Asheville Citizen Times ensure Manna Food Bank can fill thousands of empty plates this season. Together, we can make a difference.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Ingles Studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingles Studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go around the world on the iHeart Radio app. And we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Today is
Old Miss Tears Monday.
Jeremy's been ticking people off online, apparently.
Look, I get it. I really do. Sometimes it's hard to see value. I get it. And Ole Miss, you're struggling to see what you are. But have no fear.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Jerome is here to tell you. I was giving you a little reality check.
Indeed. We're going to learn some things today. The big news of the weekend: Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss college football playoff team to go to LSU. He will not get to coach out the rest of the season, which I thought it was interesting that he did request to finish coaching the team.
Well, why do you find that strange?
I just it's because of the timeline. Because the timeline's so screwed up, you just don't you don't see this. Like, you want to go to the new job, hop on the recruiting trail and all that kind of stuff and get your system in place and do all the things. Like, you just don't normally see a guy coach 4 more games with the team.
Is
John
Summerall going to coach Florida?
No.
Yeah, John Summerall's going to Florida. Is he going to coach Tulane in the college football playoff?
No.
Yeah,
I guess not.
he is. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. Bob Chesney at JMU, if they make it, will he finish out the season with them? Yeah, he will. But LSU's in the same conference. I don't care. I don't care that they're in the same conference. And the rationale that these Ole Miss people are giving is some of the stupidest excrement I think I've ever heard in my life. Well, we don't want Lane to give a commercial for why people should go to LSU. Bro, the last 6 years of your life have been a commercial of why players should want to go play for Lane Kiffin. That's why he's there. That's all this has been, is one great big commercial for why Lane Kiffin should be the next coach at LSU. Well, we really believe in Pete Golding. You shouldn't. Not even kind of a little bit. So I started this last night before I knew who was going to get the Ole Miss job.
Mm-hmm.
I had been in contact. I had it on pretty good authority. Lane's going to LSU, even before it was said. So I started reading the tea leaves of, well, where is this going to go? Where's this going to go that Ole Miss winds up with a coach? Because they're very adamant that he's not going to coach in the college football playoff, which to me is Richard Petty. So was putting his clothes out on the sidewalk. Ole Miss, you're going to draw some comparisons that you don't want to draw. And many of them are the girls who have used the phrase, I could change him. Because that's what you did. You looked at the flawed guy and you went, I can change him. He'll love me forever. And then you got pissed when he hooked up with a cocktail waitress that had a weird accent down on the buyout. You shouldn't be that shocked by any of this. None of it. You are a marriage of convenience. That's it. He wanted back in the SEC. You had a job. He made you relevant.
Mm-hmm.
When I say something wrong, you feel free to cut me off. Tank, how many 10-win seasons did Lane Kiffin have at Ole Miss?
4.
It's 4. He's had 4 in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
First year was the COVID year. They went 5-5. You want to hold that one against him? More power to you. There's a lot of guys that didn't exactly shine through in the COVID year. In the 4 years since, he's gone to the Sugar Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and the Gator Bowl. Would you like to hear the list of bowl games that we've had for Ole Miss in their history? The Music City Bowl.
Yeah.
The Motor City Bowl. The Independence Bowl. That's not bad. The Blue Bonnet Bowl. That's who you are. Oh, by the way, about half of these years, you didn't make a bowl game.
Did they ever go to the Tax Slayer Bowl?
I don't see that, but I do see the BBVA Compass Bowl.
Yeah.
You went to the Jiminy Cricket Bowl. Let your compass be your guide, because that's who you are. So I asked the first question about Lane to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
How far do you have to go back? All right, so Lane got here in 2020. He had 4 10-win seasons from 2020 on. How far do you have to go back in the history of Ole Miss to get to their 4th 10-win season before that?
Counting 10-win seasons back?
Yeah, to get to 4-win seasons, you have to go back to what year?
To 2004.
Longer.
98.
Longer.
87.
Longer.
73.
Longer.
61.
Oh, you were right on it. It's 1962, the year of our Lord. I believe that was the year the typewriter was invented. And that's how long you have to go back to get 4 10-win seasons at Ole Miss. You suck on ice. You have sucked on ice for the better part of 60 years. That's who you are.
They didn't even do that well during the Manning years?
The Eli years. That was what, 2000?
Did they cap out at 9?
He came out in 04? Is that right? That was with Cutcliffe.
I think so.
David Cutcliffe went 8-4, 7-5, 7-4, 7-6, 10-3, 4-7. And when they talk about him, you would think he walked on water because he brought Peyton's little brother to Oxford.
Well, sure. It was the only. I mean, you have to cling on to whatever hope you have, whatever little gem that you find. I mean, Ole Miss is. They're the small market team of the SEC.
You're a stepping stone.
Well, yeah.
That's what
you
are.
You're not the Kansas City Royals, but I would say you're at least the Cleveland Guardians.
You're not the Cleveland Guardians. All right,
you're not a heavyweight.
Let's go at this a different way. In your lifetime, name me the successful coaches that have been at Ole Miss.
Oh, I can't do that. Hugh Freeze.
Okay, Hugh Freeze is, and it's funny to hear Ole Miss fans talk about Hugh Freeze. You realize that he got fired because he was hooking up with escorts on his company-issued phone from Ole Miss. But you're right. That is the second most successful coach you've had. He had 1 10-win season in 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And the last year he went 5-7 because he was worried about imitating Bill Clinton. That's 2. That's your 2. Your 3 is Tommy Tuberville. Do you remember how that ended? The same exact way that Lane did. He got an offer from Auburn, and away he went.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't even remember he was at Ole Miss. By the way, never won more than 8 games at Ole Miss. You're a bad program historically. Lane Kiffin made you relevant. And then the hot girl showed up and batted her eyelashes at him. You knew this, by the way, because he's already done this to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
You knew this was coming. And yet today, every Ole Miss fan is going, well, Lane Kiffin's just not a leader of men. He's really not leading the scholar athletes. You were screaming his name 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Begging him to
please, please, God, don't leave us. Please, because we know it'll be Matt Luke or Houston Nutt or Ed Orgeron or Billy Brewer. I could do this. John Voight. That's John Vaught, but it looks like John Voight. I bought John Voight's car. That's who you are. That's who you are. You're not a power. And I got news for you. 1 year from now, you'll be 7-5 in the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Who Gives an Excrement Bowl. Because that's who you are. Mm-hmm. You got a fun few years with a really hot girl. And then she got a better offer.
You can't stand that you're a feeder program. That's the problem. You left out one name, by the way, when you were rolling through all of those highly mediocre coaches who actually, used this as a stepping stone.
Was it another one that went to LSU and won a national title?
No. Pete Golding. Pete Golding. You left out that name.
I left that name out because he hadn't coached the game yet.
But how is that not where this is headed?
That is,
and everybody knows it. Everybody knows where this is going.
Oh, no doubt. 3 years from now, Pete Golding's going to look a lot like Matt Luke.
Yeah. You have to completely reset now. You hope that Lane Kiffin has boosted your visibility enough to keep you in the realm of competition, but more than likely you're not.
Yeah, secret time, he hasn't. If he had, your head coach would not be Pete Golding. I mean, by the way, how many SEC programs were beating down his door to interview him?
Well, I mean, maybe this is proof of, the lack of leadership at Ole Miss. Because, is Pete Golding, should he be the guy? Should they have gone out to look for somebody else?
Let me ask you this.
And who would have taken that job?
Well, that's the problem, is that you don't want to be the guy that follows the guy. So if Pete Golding, let's just say him and Lane didn't get along and Pete Golding didn't want to go to LSU, or more likely, Lane didn't want him to go to LSU. And Pete was free to take whatever job he wanted. Where would that be? Pete Golding's a free agent right now. Where's his next job?
Tulane.
Maybe.
Oh, Mal, come on. He could have taken that job.
The head job? There's no way. There's zero chance. Tulane is historically great at hiring young coaches. Pete Golding looks like the drunk guy that comes to every bar in America and you go, we're going to have to fight that one later. That right there is going to get wild after a few fireballs, and he's not going to be fun to mess with. Pete Golding's a mediocre at best defensive coordinator, and Ole Miss went, oh, God, we have to hold on to him. Maybe he can keep some of the players here because he recruited them. This is the best way I have come up with yet to put this together. Is this would be like your wife leaving you, and as she's walking out the door, you decide to hit on her portly sister. Like, hey, you kind of look like her if I squint my eyes. Yay, this will be fun. Won't this be great? Because he knows you don't want him here. He knows he's only here because he's attached to Lane and these players. What player in the state of Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, Texas, in any of the Carolinas, Tennessee, who's looking at Pete Golding and going, Oh, yeah, let's do that. And I love when people say, well, he was the lead recruiter on a lot of these guys. Nah, dog. Lane was the lead recruiter on these guys because Lane made Ole Miss cool. Lane made Hottie Toddy cool. Pete Golding doesn't make anything cool other than your local Applebee's.
I'm shocked. I'm just shocked that you're not impressed with the Pete Golding hire.
I'm just shocked that somehow 6 jobs in the SEC were filled over this weekend, or 5 or 6. And somehow the team that's going to the college football playoff got the least impressive coach. I'm stuck on that. John Summerall, A hire at Florida.
Right.
And he got Dave Caldwell to be the GM of the program, which is an A+ hire. Lane Kiffin, duh. A+ at LSU. Ryan Silverfield at Arkansas, I think that's a solid A-. He knows that area well from being at Memphis. And he's been a consistent winner at Memphis, which is a tough program to win at because so many P5 schools want to pilfer players from you.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex Galesh, who apparently was going to take the Arkansas job, and then Auburn called and he went, about that. I have to go wash my hair now. Lose my number.
I mean,
see you soon.
The hierarchy is what it is.
No doubt.
And you can't, it's hard for a fan base to come to grips with where you're at in the pecking order. And that's where Ole Miss finds themselves now.
It is hard to have people tell you what you are in life.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been passed over for a promotion. We've all been passed over for a job. And they just didn't look at you and go, we liked this one better. This time you did. Because Lane, in the middle of a playoff run, has to decide this because the NCAA is out of their damn minds when it comes to schedules. And now, I've said a lot of mean stuff about Ole Miss here. And I meant every freaking word of it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm going to say, you're mad at the wrong person. There is a villain in this, but it ain't Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
I'll tell you who it is, and I'll explain it in just a couple minutes.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. It's an Overreaction Monday. Back after this.
This is ESPN.
Clear.
Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
That poor girl in the studio next to me's got to be going, damn, he's revved up about something.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses? That's all Doug's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio. Weekdays at noon. ESPN Asheville.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays.
It's the most wonderful time of the
Open the app and search Holiday and start listening to your local holiday station.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts.
Last Christmas.
Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
At Ingalls, we know that Thanksgiving is the ultimate event for the foodies in your life. And we have all the fixings and trimmings for a totally tasty turkey day. From fresh, local produce to the best meat in town to ready-made deliciousness from the Ingalls Deli, we have what you need to feed the whole family. So, from those afternoon appetizers to that midnight turkey sandwich, we got Thanksgiving covered. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828.
Tank, hearing that Christmas song tells me it's almost time to start releasing draft mascara.
See how we treat our people.
We're covered up with storm damage and debris.
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out?
Is that supposed to be a silent night?
Yep.
Take?
Yep.
46343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with boom and sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Cot?
Back in the Sportsocracy on an Overreaction Monday here on ESPN Asheville. It is it's been a weird weekend. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Jeremy, I know you wound up with way too many leftovers just like I did.
Yep. I have eaten enough mashed potatoes and dressing and turkey to kill somebody, and I'm only about halfway through.
Yeah. There was.
How long can you keep eating that before you risk your health?
There was a story this morning that there's a group of doctors that say today is the day. Today is the day to throw everything out before it starts going bad.
Well,
and I believe that is stupid.
Those doctors are full of hokum. You know why? Because you microwave it, goober.
Yeah.
You know what kills germs?
The germs?
Microwaves. You know, that's in the Bible. I read it.
Yeah.
I think. Or I read it on a bathroom stall somewhere. I don't know. I read it somewhere.
Just do the smell test. You'll know when it's time. You'll know.
I mean, yeah, if it's got lettuce or vegetables in it, yeah, it's probably yesterday, actually. Green beans, those grow in the ground. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Potatoes, corn, that's had gophers fornicating on it. You're fine, okay? You're good.
That was a weird thing to say, but yeah.
It's also true.
Sure it is. You got plenty more time for leftover turkey sandwiches.
If your vegetable
By the way, I made some cranberry mayonnaise.
Excellent.
Very good. Very awesome.
Yeah, my rule, if your vegetables have been in Nibble's love nest, you're fine. You got a week minimum.
Sure. Okay. Here we go. Back to the Lane Kiffin
Nibble's love
situation.
nest. Also, the sign I'm planning on getting made for my door down here in Greenville.
This is waiting for it. Lane Kiffin, moving on from Ole Miss. Ole Miss finding out where they stand in the pecking order in the SEC, and fans not too happy about it, as you could clearly see.
Sure, but you're mad at the wrong person.
Okay,
you're mad at Lane, but and I'm gonna walk you through this, and see, I'm gonna say it in a way that I don't think people have said this before, because people like to get mad and just yell at clouds, and that's kind of what I feel like Ole Miss fans are doing. So here's what actually transpired. You had an employee that got an offer for a better job. They took that job. He offered to work out a 2 weeks notice, and you got pissed when he stole your client list. That's what happened here. Because, he told all the coaches, well, you better be on the plane. Yeah, because they forced him out of town. That's his staff. He hired everybody on that staff. If Pete Golding wants to fill his staff, great. The afternoon shift at the Golden Corrals can't wait for your call.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my guys. You pushed me out of here? Cool. They're coming with me. Oh, well, but what about the kids? We're not teaching the kids to be. Then you can blame the NCAA for that. Ole Miss should have let him coach this out, and I will die on that hill.
I agree.
Well, but what if he steals players? He's stealing players anyway. Andreas Pinckney just said at the YouTube chat he's already flipped 2 5-stars in 24 hours. You don't think these players are going to go play for him? Of course they are.
Yep. He was going to take them anyway.
Well, I'm not all of them because some of them are not good enough to play for him at LSU. He's got to have that weird Deion Sanders thing of, I hope you got your luggage packed.
But that's what I'm saying. He's not building any new relationships during the playoff run to steal. I don't think.
This was your one shot at a national title.
Yeah. And you're wasting it.
You're wasting it, allowing it to be coached by Pete Golding.
Mm-hmm.
The last time they won a national title, do you know what year that was?
When Ole Miss won a national title in football?
Yep.
1939.
1960. Football Writers Association of America gave them the national title in 1960. They were 10-0-1.
Ooh. Good for them.
That was 65 years ago.
Yeah, nobody knows that.
A baby born the day of their last national title has had his prostate checked no less than 7 times and is filing his AARP retirement papers.
No doubt. My dad was 5 years old.
That's what you're arguing here.
Right.
My
dad was 5 years old when that happened, and that's not. I just can't understand why you wouldn't want that. When I first read the story that Lane Kiffin was not going to be coaching out, or that it was a question whether he was going to be allowed to coach the rest of the season because he had offered, I thought, man, that's a great opportunity for Ole Miss. But here we are.
Sanders Sports in our YouTube chat asked, Jeremy, can I ask why you're so hung up on that? Why would you let someone who's known to gut programs an extra month to gut your program? Because he's going to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You have a chance to make a memory here that you're never going to make again. Ole Miss ain't getting back to this playoff probably in my lifetime. If you don't believe me, go check the history of the last 60 years. It's right there in front of you. Oh, and by the way, you've got an AD and a chancellor here who have made this so hard on Lane Kiffin. And I know that's a weird way to say this. Let me just I hate doing this, but I have to. My source is real close on this. This is an Ole Miss problem, not a Lane Kiffin problem. He offered to do this the right way. And you fought him and fought him and fought him. He wanted to announce this before the Egg Bowl. They were trying to come up with some competent way that he could coach this out. And the administration at Ole Miss fought him at every impasse. They couldn't decide if they wanted Pete Golding or Joe Judge to be the head coach moving forward. And Lane was basically telling them throughout the whole process, if you push me out that door, I'm going to gut your staff. Now, why am I so hung up on that? Tank, when does the transfer portal open?
What, tomorrow?
No, it's a little further down the line than that. It opens on January 2nd.
Okay.
Do you know what that's the day after?
The Cotton Bowl.
The quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So we get December the 19th, you get the first round game in the playoff. Then we get 3 on Saturday, December the 20th. You get 1 quarterfinal game on New Year's Eve. You get 3 on New Year's Day. The transfer portal opens on the 2nd.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but you pushed me out. I don't care about you anymore. Now it's your problem. You and Pete Golding, you wanted to push me out this door so bad? Great. It is not my problem what happens to these kids in the playoff. It's not my problem what happens to your staff. I tried to make it my problem. And secret time, it would have made his life exponentially harder. It's better for Lane Kiffin to go to LSU right now. Because he gets a jump on all of these guys. Mm-hmm. He was trying to help you. But your little feelings go so far in the way that you couldn't see that. Lane wanted to win a national title at Ole Miss. And then right off into the sunset, that becomes a great job, and you could have hired probably whoever you wanted to because you could have been reigning national champions. I don't think that team's good enough for that. But that was his thought process.
I was going to say, but at that point, you're too far past it. Right? All the names would have been gone.
No, you would have. If you've got a reigning national champion, you open up a whole new set of names. And there's a bunch of them out there. One that I heard specifically 3 days ago and went, yeah, it'd be fun. The villain here is the NCAA. Can you explain to me why the transfer portal opens on January 2nd?
No, it's stupid.
Would you like to hear their explanation?
Yeah.
We have to get the student athletes into school before the semester starts.
Oh, yeah.
How many guys have we seen reclassify? By the way, anytime that your argument includes the term student athlete, you've already lost to me. That's kind of like when you call somebody fat. You're arguing something online. Well, you're fat. Well, you lost. You resort to name calling. Your argument is stupid. If you're arguing me, these kids that can jump up and leave anytime they want to. Oh, by the way, we had a transfer portal in March as of, a year ago? So this was such a big problem that you had to do this way. Okay. I don't believe you, and I never will believe you. Your schedule is so backwards that it's pathetic. I told you this last year. Tank, I want you to correct me if I'm wrong here. You remember when Bo Perbula had to enter the transfer portal and Penn State had to go into a college football semifinal game without a backup quarterback?
Yes.
Do you remember me telling you, you get how bad a sign this is, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting ready to do it again. It's going to be worse. Because you will have players, potentially, on teams that are still left in the playoffs that still play a meaningful role that go, I have to enter the portal. I don't have a choice. I don't have a role here. My coach has moved on. Whatever the case may be. And they have to transfer out. The NCAA is the problem here. They've always been the problem here. The NCAA can't get out of its own way. This is the dumbest organization in all of sports, and that includes Major League Baseball and the NBA. You only have a handful of responsibilities here. One of them is to make sure that your student athletes, and I say that with the little bunny ears, are taken care of appropriately. How exactly is what you're doing right now taking care of them? Ole Miss could be in that semifinal game. You've got an entire roster of guys that were coached by Lane Kiffin, who's now at LSU. They know nothing of what this staff is going to look like. And I got to make a decision on if I want to stay with this guy. Offensive guys probably barely know. Or jump ship and go with my old coach, or go somewhere else. And I got to do that around a semifinal game? How does that make sense? Why does it make sense that we allow other universities to court coaches while they're still in the playoff? You have the power over all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
But, it would complicate the schedule. And see, if we don't have kids in school by January 15th, then we can't really call them student athletes. You should have been calling them student athletes for the last 10 years. Put on your big girl panties and understand that you are a professional sport. These guys are compensated that way and should be treated that way. You're mad at Lane Kiffin because he made a business decision in a time frame that, it doesn't really work for us. That's not his fault. Because if Lane Kiffin had said, I'm going to coach out at Ole Miss, and then I'll give you a decision 3 weeks later, you know who would be the head coach at LSU? Not Lane Kiffin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to wait until after the portal opens and basically have a blip year with no ability to go into the portal because we're sitting here waiting on Lane Kiffin. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't make any sense.
We got a super chat to get to here before we hit the break. And it comes to us from Red Sea. He says he thinks Ole Miss should be kept out of the playoff because of all this stuff.
That's a good one.
That's not going to happen.
We got to take a break, but I do want to hit that. We have another super chat too. Put a pin in that Ole Miss thing. Because I don't disagree with him.
Okay. All right. We will take the break and we'll come
Hold
back
on. We got
here
another
on
super chat before we do that. That has nothing to do with that, so we need to hit it.
I was going to say, it's completely off topic, but okay.
It's all about the money. All about the money.
It is from, Joe Gatum. It says Minnesota and Kevin McCarthy actually trotted out Max Brosmer against the Seahawks. And with a loud cry, the wild rumpus ensued. Hashtag football crimes.
I did think Kevin O'Connell was supposed to be a quarterback whisperer. I guess Max Brosmer's just deaf.
I mean, you can't do much with – I mean, I can't squeeze blood from the stone.
Well,
it just doesn't happen.
Brosmer was atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
J.J. McCarthy's been atrocious. Mm-hmm. How many quarterbacks have to be awful before you look at the fact that Kevin O'Connell's only succeeded with one quarterback who, oh, by the way, went to Seattle and is an MVP contender? That's not a quarterback whisperer. That's a guy that had a good quarterback in a decent offensive system, and he succeeded. Max Brosmer yesterday against, yes, a very good Seattle Seahawks defense.
Mm-hmm.
Was 19 of 30 for 126 yards, and he got picked off 4 times.
Mm-hmm. It's very Nathan Peterman of him.
Nathan Peterman watched that and pointed and laughed at him. If you look at Minnesota quarterbacks combined this season, and you've had Carson Wentz, you've had J.J. McCarthy, you've had Max Brosmer, they are combined in 12 games, 220 of 366. It's right at a 60% completion percentage. For 2,313 yards, they've thrown 12 touchdowns and 19 interceptions, been sacked 43 times. Do you know who the highest-rated quarterback on I shouldn't say it that way. Do you know who the highest-rated passer for the Minnesota Vikings is?
Carson Wentz.
Cam Akers. Cam Akers is the highest-rated passer for the Minnesota Vikings, and it's not even close.
He threw it once.
He did. He threw it once, and if you add up the combined quarterback rating of the other 3 quarterbacks that have played this year, it's just a fraction above Cam Akers.
Mm-hmm.
Combined. That's not a quarterback whisperer. Can we stop calling him that, please?
You're in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. The Overreaction Monday continues after this.
ESPN Asheville.
There we're clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Rain on the way may begin as some mixed precipitation, but it's in the mountains. Yancey, McDowell counties and points northeast that the winter weather advisors will be for a little bit of icing. Partly sunny this afternoon, upper 40s. Tonight, rain developing down close to freezing, probably just above, so we may have some mixed precipitation on the onset before we change to rain tomorrow, and it tapers off before noon. And the advisory area could get a little bit slick. Tomorrow's high in the mid-40s, sunshine near 50 Wednesday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream.
Listen, if rubbing your hands together sounds like this, you need O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream. It instantly relieves extremely dry, cracked hands. O'Keefe's, look for the green package.
Hey, Dan, that spaceship-wide lunch meeting at noon, please say it's not more astronaut ice cream and powdered orange drink.
Negatory. Ground Control hooked us up with EasyCater, so now we can order from a galaxy of restaurants with tools to stay on budget and meet our dietary needs.
Thank heavens. My dairy tolerance and anti-gravity is not great.
And with EasyCater, it's all on one simple platform, so we can focus on space stuff, like that asteroid. So how about tacos? Hold the cheese.
EasyCater, a stellar way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today
What's your
at
outside story
parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at ClarissaSellsWNC.com.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
It is ESPN Asheville. This is the Sportsocracy. And, Jeremy, this weekend I think we started to see the end of the Aaron Rodgers Pittsburgh experiment, as it's been called.
Was that because he was on the sideline looking like he got the suds?
He got the what?
The suds. It's from SpongeBob. When SpongeBob gets sick, he turns into a pale sponge, and when you squish him, bubbles come out. And that's exactly what Aaron Rodgers looked like on the sideline.
Yeah, it's not going well. Aaron Rodgers, massive frustration with the way things are going with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and now he's gone to the level of calling out the teammates. And I feel like this is just the next step in the pattern that is another divorce with another city. Am I wrong?
No. I've long thought that Aaron's going to say, oh, this is the last one, and then we're going to get those Brett Favre-esque, well, he could go to Minnesota, and we're going to do that for 2 months in the offseason.
Ugh.
Which, by the way, please do that. Please, God, do that. I don't ask for much. I am a simple man. But one more season of Aaron Rodgers when he's literally held up with popsicle sticks in Minnesota with the quarterback whisperer, KOC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
I mean, you've already screwed this up monumentally anyway. So why not?
Well,
Why not?
I mean, Pittsburgh didn't have a choice. Pittsburgh did what they had.
I'm saying Minnesota. Why not go down that path? Because you've already screwed this up to a point where you're not coming back from it, right? The whole Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy thing. I mean that's been decided for weeks now, and now it's how much damage control can we do? The drama is the only thing left in Pittsburgh, though, when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. And now we just get to see how this thing devolves over the next, 5 weeks?
Oh, I think Pittsburgh misses the playoffs, and Mike Tomlin is no longer the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's how I see this end. I don't see it ending any other way.
Yep.
I also, and we're going to ask this question later in the show, does anybody actually want to win the AFC North?
No.
Can we not just – this year, we're good. We'll let in another wild card team. You take a year to find yourselves. Yeah. Ole Miss not the only SEC school that's a little angry today. Tank, okay. Arkansas hired Ryan Silverfield, head coach from Memphis. If you were with us on Wednesday before we adjourned for Thanksgiving, there was a report that Alex Galesh from South Florida was going to be the next head coach at Arkansas. Those talks broke down over the Thanksgiving holiday. That was who Arkansas and A.D. Hunter Yurachek was after. But their negotiations broke down. And then in the great SEC coach filling extravaganza of 2025, Arkansas gets Ryan Silverfield. Well, apparently some people around Arkansas were very displeased with this, and they decided to have a sit-in around the football stadium. The Jones Center is right beside the football stadium, so they decided we're going to have a protest. What is the most important part of a protest?
Signs.
It was a trick question. There is no important part of a protest because nobody gives a damn what you think. The second acceptable answer, people. You have to have people. 25 people showed up, half of them on their cell phones, and I'm just looking at the media coverage of this. One of them had a sign that he was holding up. The one said, "God save the Razorback," or "God save Arkansas." Another said, "God save the Razorbacks." And then there's one in the middle. They're wearing paper bags over their heads, which I find really comical.
I see the picture of them right now.
So one of them's holding up a sign that apparently was his wish list for the next head coach at Arkansas.
Yes.
And it reads, James Franklin, Rhett Lashley, Dan Mullen, John Sumrall, Eric Morris from North Texas, Alex Galesh, and then it has Silverfield at the bottom. You understand that nobody on that list was taking your job other than maybe Alex Galesh, right? Eric Morris already took the Oklahoma State job. They got to him early. John Sumrall got Florida, and if I need to tell you that you and Florida are not equally yoked, this conversation probably needs to end right there.
No.
James Franklin took Virginia Tech about 15 seconds after he got fired. Rhett Lashley signed a huge contract extension at SMU. Ryan Silverfield's the best you were going to do. It's probably good that you put the bags on your heads. That way we can't mock you whilst looking at your face.
So we can't see exactly who is so stupid to believe that any of those guys would have taken.
I always laugh. It makes me laugh every single time we do this, that mediocre P5 schools think that just because they're a P5, every coach wants their job. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Someone's going to want that job.
Yeah, Ryan Silverfield got it. You'll be fine.
I was going to say, you want that someone to be someone that you know, someone that you can trust. Someone like, I don't know, a Lane Kiffin. And I know that sounds weird to say you could trust him because, I mean, he has job hopped quite a bit in his career. However, you could trust that he's going to win you games.
Most successful coaches job hop. Because you have to strike while the iron's hot. There are a handful of great jobs in this country. I saw Rob Johnson earlier say the unfortunate part of this is that you're not going to see new teams become powerhouses. Who's the new team we've seen become a powerhouse in 40 years? It's the same 15 schools on repeat. You'll get a Boise State for a year. I think Indiana has a chance to jump into that for several different reasons. I think Texas Tech does too. You know how I feel about the word fair. College football has never been fairer than it is right now.
Precisely.
You all have the money. Are you willing to spend it? And if you're not, then don't be shocked when guys like Lane Kiffin hop away. Texas Tech, I promise you they have any coach they want in America. Short of Nick Saban, Ryan Day, Lane Kiffin, and Kirby Smart.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only 4. Everybody else in America would listen.
It's how much you willing to pony up. That's the problem. And not everybody has the money. I mean, not everybody has equal money.
No, they don't have equal money, but they have enough money to be competitive.
Sure. Everybody has a little bit of money to be competitive on your plane. It's just knowing which plane you're on. Some play at the LSU level.
Others play at the total.
Yeah, others play at the Ole Miss Arkansas level.
Ole Miss, I would have Ole Miss a tier above Arkansas. Although Arkansas has the money, they could spend it if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
David L. asked, would the head coach from Arkansas State be a fit? I can't think of his name. You would be referring to Butch Jones. If an SEC school hired Butch Jones, A, I will laugh until I probably die on camera.
Mm-hmm.
B, that protest at Arkansas would have had 20,000 more people. We had a nickname for Butch Jones. He was old red ass.
Yeah.
Because that dude, his face was beat red at all times. It's mainly because he couldn't coach to save his life. I said his name, and Tennessee fans just pulled over to the side of the road to go like, I can't believe you said that name on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really clamoring to bring Butch Jones back into the SEC.
Although he was a candidate for some jobs, which is shocking to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he could be a candidate for, I don't know. I was
Minnesota, when PJ Fleck takes another job. Please, PJ, take another job.
Maybe.
I don't even care which one anymore. Just take one.
He's never getting out of Minnesota.
I'm tired of watching you in a place that looks like it should be a caribou mating ground. It always bothers me because PJ Fleck's one of the only coaches that doesn't wear a hat. And he wears a tie on the sideline. And his head it looks frostbitten at all times because it's so cold up there.
I'm just shocked that you're concerned for him.
I am. I love PJ Fleck. He's one of my favorite coaches. Penn State, you would be smart to call PJ Fleck and not what I know you're about to do, which is hire Brian Daboll.
Is that what they're waiting on?
Uh-huh. That's the newest, hottest rumor around Penn State.
Really?
That or you're going to do that thing that has failed 1,000% of the time, which is, we're just going to hire the interim. Awesome. Don't do that.
Yeah,
it's a terrible idea. I don't care that the players like it. You will be 3-9 3 years from now. Don't do that.
I'd rather you go find Hugh Freeze or something.
I would rather you hire Butch Jones.
Go get Butch Jones. Put him in the Big Ten.
I would rather you hire
give him
Indiana
money.
Jones.
He's used to playing the game.
I would rather you hire Butch Cassidy or Indiana Jones. I don't care. Please don't do that.
What about Butch Davis? Is he still available?
I think he's still on a show cause. I think his show cause was almost like when somebody really commits violent crimes and they're like, your prison sentence is 474 years. Well, I'm not going to live that long. Nope, you're right. When you're reincarnated, that guy has to do 400 years in jail too. That's Butch Jones. If you come back as a butterfly, that butterfly is not allowed in an NCAA stadium for 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and just to cap this off, because we don't have a lot of time, I agree with Red Sea. Ole Miss should not be in this playoff.
No.
I've thought about it. You kept Florida State out because they didn't have their quarterback. You don't have an offensive play caller. Everybody's, Florida State shouldn't have been in. Say it again.
You still got your quarterback's coach. Somebody could call those plays.
Who was the quarterback's coach? The offensive coordinator, Charlie Weiss Jr., who just followed Lane Kiffin to LSU. Yeah, let's let the special teams guy. Let's let him call the plays. That'll be fun when they play Texas A&M and get beat by 405 points.
Possibly.
Look, Ole Miss is 11-1. I don't see how you could keep them out. No. But you started this. You kept Florida State out because they didn't have their quarterback. Your coach matters a lot more than your quarterback does.
I highly disagree on that one.
When your entire offensive staff is gone, yeah, that's going to be a problem. You have 2 weeks to come up with somebody that can figure this offense out. Good luck with that.
Yeah, okay. Well,
it's going to be a travesty. I hope you get that.
I have no idea. I don't know what it's going to be. I mean, you like to use that phrase all the time about anybody could take over IBM for a little while and nothing could change. You can get you through a game.
You can't take over a team in the college football playoff when you've never called the plays in this playbook.
If I draw Tulane, yeah, I bet I could.
Tulane would beat the bejesus out of them.
Really?
The way this is currently constituted, because you got to understand, look how many of these guys that are going to enter the transfer portal, they're not going to play. They're not going to play. I'm not going to risk myself going out there getting hurt by somebody that doesn't even understand the offense that we're running. By the way, the NCAA did this. You did this to yourself.
Of course they did.
Ole Miss will get beat by 50 points in the playoff.
Wow.
I firmly believe that. I don't care how good they are.
We shall see. We've got to take a break here on ESPN Asheville. It's an Overreaction Monday. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville.
Clear.
Cambit fence, you know, should get in over Ole Miss. Texas.
Rain on the way, maybe begin as some mixed precipitation, but it's in the mountains.
I agree with you, sir.
McDowell counties and points northeast that the winter weather advisors will be for a little bit of icing. Partly sunny this afternoon, upper 40s. Tonight, rain developing down close to freezing, probably just above, so we may have some mixed precipitation on the onset before we change to rain tomorrow, and it tapers off before noon. And the advisory area could get a little bit slick. Tomorrow's high in the mid-40s, sunshine near 50 Wednesday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex Kickstart.
I woke up feeling like cough, congestion, headache was coming on. I thought, no, I have big plans this weekend. So I took Mucinex Kickstart, all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. Mucinex Kickstart for relief with a kick at your favorite retailer. Use as directed.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It's time for Cyber Monday, Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. Enjoy the lowest prices of the year on select PCs like the Dell 16 Plus featuring Intel Core Ultra processors. And with built-in advanced features, it's the PC that helps you do more faster. Plus, earn Dell rewards and enjoy many other benefits like free shipping, price match guarantee, and expert support. They also have huge deals on accessories that pair perfectly with your Dell PC and make perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk. Available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
From the Ingalls Studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls Studio.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We are the Sportsocracy, coming to you live from the Ingalls Studios. One in Asheville, one in Greenville. It's an Overreaction Monday. Flostradamus down at the Greenville Studios. He's got his big Fox Sports Upstate show coming up tonight, 7 o'clock. Yeah, check it out on the iHeartRadio app.
We have some fun stuff planned for tonight. We will talk about the Lane Kiffin thing, probably not as extensively as we just did. We're also going to talk about the NFL. Carolina Panthers. Biggest upset of the year. The fact that we live in a world where the Chicago Bears are the number 1 seed in the NFC at the moment. I just love that we live in a world where right now, currently, if you go by tiebreakers and all of those things, the Kansas City Chiefs are closer to the Miami Dolphins than they are to the playoffs. And that makes me giggle a little bit.
No. It is a strange feeling, but it's true. And you have to ask yourself, can they make it? Or has the hole been dug too deep?
Well, that's a doozy of a question you got. And I'm going to answer it pretty firmly, but we have 2 super chats before we do that. I don't want those to get lost because we're going to go down a rabbit hole here for about 20 minutes.
Right.
The first one's from Kevin Mullen, which means it's a Shanahanism. We need a Shanahanism drop. I mean, it's made its way into the promo.
We'll work on that.
Kevin said, Kyle Shanahan says Lane Kiffin to LSU. Students at Ole Miss will be pissed, P-I-S-T, when someone reads this to them.
Oh.
Question, is it time to abandon Zay Flowers? Much love. I'm about to the point it's time to abandon all things Baltimore Raven.
Agreed.
They are hard to watch. I mean, I get it. They had 5 straight wins. You had 5 straight wins over Miami, Minnesota, Cleveland, the Jets. Yeah, you beat Chicago.
Yep.
That game against Cincinnati was brutal. And I still think there's a 75% chance they win this division.
I was going to say, they could still ugly out enough wins with that schedule to be able to win this division. Take it away from the set the odds.
Set the odds on who wins the AFC North.
I would say the Baltimore Ravens are plus 175.
Oh, I was talking about your personal, but we can do it that way too.
Okay.
I was not prepared for that one.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were looking for an accurate guess of the current odds. If it were me, I mean, the Ravens would be like minus 210.
Let's
because I can't trust anything else in that division.
Currently,
Cincinnati would probably be my 2.
They are my 2. Baltimore's still minus 250 to win the AFC North. The team that just got slaughtered on national television by the Cincinnati Bengals are one of the most prohibitive favorites in the NFL to win their division.
That shocks me.
Pittsburgh's second at plus 310. Cincinnati's plus 900. I would flip those two. And I'm not going to lie, I'd have Pittsburgh somewhere around Cleveland. Cleveland's plus 50,000 to win the division right now. I'd rather throw a dart on Cleveland than on Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, but at plus 900, I mean, you might throw a bone or two at Cincinnati.
Yeah,
because that's not out of the realm of possibility.
No, it is not. And Cincinnati also gets a chance to take care of it themselves because they still play Baltimore again. If you play Baltimore again, you beat Baltimore again, you win the tiebreaker. You split the tiebreaker with Pittsburgh because you beat them once and you lost to them once. And the non-Ravens games are the Dolphins, the Cardinals, the Browns, and the Bills this week.
You beat the Bills, you end up being, what does that make them, 5-1 in the division?
Yep.
Saying that they beat the Ravens again.
If they beat the Ravens again, those numbers change precipitously. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't. But you're saying there's a chance.
Right.
We have one more super chat, and I think we're going to dub these pet zingers. It's from Red Sea. He said, I would rather fumble a football on a team coached by Herman Boone than have Drew Petzing as my offensive coordinator. He warned me he had a lot of pet zingers coming this week.
Wonderful.
It's a very busy week for us.
I'm trying to remember, what was the punishment for fumbling in the Remember the Titans?
I'm not going to lie to you. I saw that movie, I think.
You most certainly saw Remember the Titans. Come on.
Denzel
Washington was the high school football coach up in Virginia. It's the whole segregation story, integration of the school. You don't remember this?
Your money, my dollar. Love Denzel Washington. I don't remember squat about that movie.
Okay. All right.
Stephen Tao said Boone will break his foot off in your hind parts.
And yes, I do remember that. That was a good one. I was trying to think of the program where they made Omar Epps carry the football to every class. That was a good scene.
And anybody that's judging me for not having seen Remember the Titans, just understand I was 13 years old when that movie came out.
Which should have. I mean, you should have seen that movie. That would have been right in the wheelhouse of high school football. I'm surprised T.C. Robertson didn't show it to you for team building exercise.
The only thing I remember about that movie was Hayden Panettiere was in it, and before he said, "Oh, it's weird," I was 13 too. So
he was young.
Calm down. She's the same age I am.
I think she was younger than 13 in that movie.
She might have been. I don't remember. She's my age. I got her by a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay. All right. She just looked younger at that time.
I didn't say she was hot in that movie. I just said she was hot in general.
Good. I'm glad you didn't, because that would have made
I've never
really
seen it.
weird.
I don't know. I just looked up the IMDb and she's in the cast. I don't freaking know, okay? Yeah, we had way too many high school football movies from 1998 to 2002. I don't know. Sure, maybe. I remember varsity. I remember Allie Larder in Varsity Blues. I remember that specifically.
Sure you do. Everybody remembers that.
It's funny because that was the last time she was attractive in her life.
Stop that.
Her teeth practice social distancing, and I don't like it.
That's awful. It's terrible. Don't say that.
You tell me where I was inaccurate. I'll happily tell you.
Beautiful woman. You stop that.
I actually
you haven't
think
seen Landman lately. Check that out.
I have seen her on Landman. Patrick Holton said Tank just sounded like a donkey with that laugh. I couldn't see him. He sounded like a 1942 Doonesburg trying to start.
That's terrible. Why would you do that? Why would you say that?
You also laughed because it's true.
But it's terrible.
See, if it wasn't true, you wouldn't have laughed.
Uh-huh.
That's how that works.
Yeah. Wow. You can find imperfections in everything, I guess.
Sure. Her character in Landman just irks me. So I
Why?
can't because
it's exactly the same as the daughter, which you love.
Yeah, I do. Small difference there. She's not as crazy as the mom in that show.
I don't know about that.
The mom's nuts. I just watched the most recent episode yesterday. The mom is crazy. And it gives me Vietnam flashbacks of
sure.
past
Tammy.
experiences.
Yeah. The couch girl.
No, that wasn't specifically the one. No, I dated one girl that I would see my credit card walk out the door and I would go, never going to see that again.
Oh, no. That's
See ya.
terrible. That's terrible. We've got another zinger, a pet zinger from Red Sea. So let's hit that.
Give me those dollars, don't you holler, that's your money, honey. That's what I need.
Says I would rather count the number of raindrops that fell during the Monsoon Bowl than have Drew Petzing as his OC.
That one's pretty solid.
That is pretty solid. That's commitment right there to hate.
Stephen Tao said, looking at Jeremy, he should have ended up with Beth Dutton. My wife has told me that no less than 6 times. We watched the entirety of Yellowstone, and every time she came on the screen, she was like, you think she's kind of hot, don't you? And I'm like, I don't think she's kind of hot. I think she's super hot.
How did this Never mind. We're not going down that path. It is an Overreaction Monday. As we look at the week that was in the NFL, the Chicago
do crazy
Bears
stuff around here. Like, how do they let us do this?
I don't know.
And they want us to do it more. Like, that's the shocking part. We want more of this.
Mm-hmm. The Chicago Bears have vaulted themselves into the number 1 seed in the NFC. Yeah, I don't know. Vaulted seems a little high praise here. But the win over the Eagles, did it do anything for you? Did it make you feel like the Bears are the team to beat in the NFC North?
No. In the NFC North, sure. That's more of a take on what in the world has happened to the Detroit Lions. That team is like Carolina Panthers North. You spin the wheel of destiny of what you're going to get. They get beat up by the Chiefs, slaughter the Buccaneers. Lose to the terrible Vikings, slaughter Washington. Play a game that set football back 14 years against Philadelphia Eagles, squeak one out against the Giants, get slaughtered by the Green Bay Packers. Who would you say you are? Because you make my head hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's good in the NFC. I mean, I know one team that's good, and they just lost to the Carolina Panthers.
Right. Last week's number 1, the LA Rams. Panthers pulling the upset of the season so far. I don't think anybody would have pegged that one. I don't know, maybe the Dolphins over the Bills in like week 4 might come close. But I didn't have that on my bingo card.
No, I look at the NFC. I know Philadelphia's offense is – I do love that they got booed off the field. I just find it so Philadelphia fans at times are so comical to me.
Okay.
And when I say that, I mean on the whole. There are really good ones, several good ones that watch this show. I just don't, for the life of me, understand how you watch this team against Dallas, Detroit, and Green Bay, and you were shocked at what you saw against the Chicago Bears.
I don't know that anybody was shocked. It's just, when is it going to stop?
Their fan base sounded pretty shocked. They sounded pretty shocked. Oh, you want to hear a fun stat of the month of November?
Yeah.
The New York Jets have outscored the Philadelphia Eagles by 30 points in the month of November. Yep. That's a true stat. That's the thing that happened.
And how is nothing being done? I mean, there's nothing outwardly being done here. This is typically the time where we would see someone's feet held to the fire, someone held accountable. But there's none of that going on with the Eagles. It's more of your head coach going in front of the media and just say, well, it's not just one thing. I mean, to look reporters in the eye and go, well, I mean, it's not, what's his name? It just went out of my head. The offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Patullo. It's not just on Kevin. It's more than that. Okay, but you need to explain to me a little bit better than that, Mr. Chieftain, as to why this team is full of stars. This is one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL last year. Why is this happening? And why has nothing been done to reverse course?
I don't think there's anything you can do, not in the season. Because the problem is the offensive line's nowhere near as good as it was. Jalen Hurts has regressed to he's another one. I don't know why you do this every other year. I don't know if it's a specific coordinator combo you've got to have. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I know this much. Jalen Hurts he needs a lot of things to be right to look like a $50 million quarterback. I don't ever like that. Jordan Love I have the same problem with. You need a lot of things to go the right way for you to not look like an average at best quarterback. I'm curious. Did you take more away from the Eagles or put more into the Bears after Friday?
It's close. I want to give the Bears the credit, but I also see shades of the Philadelphia Eagles from, what was that, 3 years ago? The team
when
that fell apart at the end of the year?
Or they had Brian Johnson's the OC?
Yeah. They ended up, just fading away down the stretch, ended up getting into the playoffs, and they lost to Tampa in the first round. It was the easiest thing to see coming.
And I mean, I'll be honest with you, I say the same thing now.
I fear that is happening once again because, again, nothing is changing.
Name me the team that's going to make the playoffs in the NFC that you feel good about Philadelphia beating consistently. You feel good about them beating the Bears?
No.
Packers?
Not now. No.
Lions?
Mm-mm.
Tampa, that one got closer. I heard it.
Maybe.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, probably. I mean,
the Bucs have had their number for years.
Not consistently.
The Rams.
No, not
Seahawks.
Nope.
There's my problem. I look at Philadelphia and go, you're probably going to win this division. That's not a foregone conclusion, but you're probably going to win this division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think right now they're the best team in this division. I think Dallas is better than they are. I think Dallas, with the acquisitions on defense, that offense is humming like a top, by the way. You remember that thing I told you about them beating Kansas City?
Oh, yeah.
We going to do that a third week in a row, or are you starting to see it my way?
Yeah, I'm not picking them to beat Detroit this week.
You should. That's on Thursday Night Football, too. That'll be it. Bears Smokehouse Barbecue the next time I'm in Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of traveling this week.
Yeah. No, I'm they are getting better. But that comes down to God, I got to have it. If I'm the Detroit Lions, I got to have that game. You're getting down to a point right now, if you take stock of the NFC, it's not just that the Bears are the number one seed right now and everybody's going, well, how did that happen? I mean, everybody other than Bears fans, of course.
Say it. I know I know where you're trending with this. Say it.
Well,
what is Thursday?
You have the team out of the NFC, or you have the team out of the NFC South that's going to make the playoffs and take up a seed. You're going to have the winner of the NFC East. I currently feel like the Dallas Cowboys are too far behind in that race. However, if the Philadelphia Eagles keep stepping on their own toes, then possibly they could be chased down for that. But then you have the Packers, Bears, and Lions in the NFC North, and then you have the Rams and the Seahawks and the 49ers in the West. One of those teams is not making the playoffs.
Dallas, Detroit on Thursday night is a playoff elimination game. Nobody wants to say it, but it's the truth. Whoever loses that game. Now, I'll 100% tell you, if Detroit loses this game, they go 7-6. They fall 3 games back with 4 to go, and they lose the conference tiebreaker to practically everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have 5 losses in the conference at that point. Detroit's done. Dallas would still have a puncher's chance only because they're going to win the tiebreaker with Philadelphia. Philadelphia would have to tie. I'm aware of that. But Dallas is only a game and a half back. And Dallas' schedule is insanely easy the rest of the way. They beat Detroit. They won't lose another game for the rest of the year. And this is a team I hated coming into this season. And I'm looking at them now going, all right, you get Minnesota with no quarterback. The Chargers, who I don't know what you are. They make blood come out of my ears. And then you end with Washington and the Giants. Both those are on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But that could very easily be 4 straight wins. So that tells me I think the ceiling or the floor for the Cowboys is 10-5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Philadelphia can't get to 6 losses. I was
going to say that Chargers game, by the way, comes as, there's some questions about the health of that team.
Justin Herbert's having a procedure done on his hand right now.
Exactly, and they will have just played the Eagles and the Chiefs going into the Cowboys game. Just food for thought. It is a path that leans out for Dallas. Because, yes, this is a better team. Oh, but I'm still holding out hope for the Detroit Lions because I see what I see what that offense can be. At least they can be a good team. But if they lose this game, you're right. They're basically eliminated.
It feels like
they would need to run the table.
I feel for Detroit fan man and all the great Lions fans. I really do. Because this is so gutting because you know how good this team is.
Right.
And this was what I was trying to say in the offseason about your coordinators. I think Kelvin Shepard's done an unbelievable job with what he's been given defensively for Detroit. The offense has just never felt right. And then, to Detroit fan man's point, Frank Ragnow unretired and was put on IR since the last time we did a show.
Mm-hmm.
That would have changed a lot for me to get him back, to be able to really lean on the running game again. It feels like one of those years for Detroit where just all the cylinders are not lined up. And I don't know what you do about that, especially when you got as many. I don't want to say good teams.
Yeah.
I really don't want to say good teams because I think 2 of the teams in the NFC are complete frauds. But they have a lot of wins.
Mm-hmm. Unless you win this game. You win this game this week, you're 8-5 going into the Rams game. That'll be tough. And I don't think too many people will expect you to win. However, it could provide the fireworks for a great late season kind of gotta have it game. Then you finish with the Steelers and the Vikings and the Bears, which could set up, winning you're in last week of the season.
I feel like Detroit has one miss. They can have one bad week between now and the end of the year, and I don't see how that's not against the Rams. Mm-hmm. All four of the others have to be a game, biting kneecaps, cracking skulls. You've got to be what Detroit was a year ago, and I'm not sure they have that in them right now, especially depending on what's coming with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll continue with an Overreaction Monday after this.
This is the story of the one. As an
clear.
He and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy...
No, we still got... We got like 2.5 minutes where we could do something short here.
In product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Because I do have a sweeping overreaction.
Tar Heel stage.
I was going to say, or you could congratulate your team.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow three.
That's kind of the point. We could spend 2 minutes on that and then go to the break.
Home of the 6-time national champion.
Drives and hammers it home.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list. Wow, you do got
Coach
this.
of the Year coaches
Dayquil
would
Intense
include
Flu.
Nick
Daytime
Sirianni,
coughing, aching fever, under your flu,
John
medicine.
Harbaugh,
Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Dan Quinn, Dan Campbell, and Andy Reid, and Pete Carroll. I would have said you were smoking crack.
Right.
She didn't.
But they do.
Two-time Academy Award-winning actor and...
Is Ben Johnson one?
I don't take any credit
Ben Johnson's
for it.
two,
I just
Vrabel's
didn't
one.
put me first. I just put God.
And I argue there is somebody else that should
Open
be
your
up there.
free iHeartRadio app. Search Next Chapter with T.D. Jakes. That's NXT Chapter. And listen now.
Swallowed up.
Thanksgiving is the ultimate event.
Yikes.
I cannot hear that commercial without hearing
all
that.
the fixings and trimmings for a totally tasty
Era
turkey
of
day.
swallowing.
From fresh local produce to the best meat in town to ready-made deliciousness from the Ingalls Deli, we have what you need to feed the whole family. So, from those afternoon appetizers to that midnight turkey sandwich, we got Thanksgiving covered. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
You are a regular nuclear meltdown. You better cool off.
It is ESPN Asheville. We're back in the Sportsocracy on a Victory Monday. Both our teams won yesterday, Jeremy.
Mine didn't mean to. and shouldn't have. My team shouldn't have won.
How bad can a season get for the old Atlanta Falcons?
It's not good. And,
it just
Raheem
keeps
Morris,
worse.
Raheem, buddy, you're in deep duties.
Mm-hmm. He's got the Seahawks and the Bucks coming up next.
Oh,
have fun with that.
I mean, you're already giving up the 9th pick in the draft.
Yes.
I don't like the chances of you win. Does Atlanta win another game?
I mean, they could. They could beat the Cardinals. They could beat the Saints. The question is, will they do either of those things? They've already beaten the Saints once, so the Saints owe them one. I don't know.
That's the last game of the season.
I mean, you got to find it. You got to find something. You got to find a fired coach bump or something in here.
They have 3: Seattle, Tampa Bay, and the Rams. You're going to get crushed in all 3 of those.
I don't know about crushed.
I do. Trust me. I just watched that team for 60 minutes yesterday. I ask only one thing of Arthur Blank when they hire the next coach. Can you, for the love of all that's good and holy, find somebody that understands to stop giving Tyler Algier the ball? Ever. I don't want you to ever give it to him ever again. Keep him on the roster because I'm afraid somebody will make him a starter and it'll make blood come out of my ears.
Right.
To watch him and Bijan Robinson and at some point go, you know what we need to do? Let's get old Tyler a couple touches here. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But A.D. Mitchell, hey, look at him out there doing stuff. I knew to play a jet receiver yesterday. I just had the wrong one. I played John Mechie instead of A.D.
Yeah.
By the way, the more impactful player in the Sauce Gardner trade on the field yesterday was A.D. Mitchell. Because Sauce Gardner got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, that trade's going to go down. That will go down in the history books as one of the worst trades in NFL history.
Really?
Oh, the Sauce thing has started so poorly in Indianapolis. And now he's hurt. I always thought he had really skinny legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I never quite understood how he didn't have more issues of rolling ankles and things like that. They say it was a calf strain. He'll miss a couple weeks. I'm about to make a sweeping declaration about the Indianapolis Colts, and it ain't a nice one.
Ooh, sweeping declarations coming your way after the break here on ESPN Asheville. It's an Overreaction Monday. The Indianapolis Colts losing to the Houston Texans. Texans putting their name back into the hat for playoff consideration in the AFC. And then the Carolina Panthers pulling off the big upset. Jeremy says he has a bold take on the head coach of the Panthers. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville.
And you're clear.
Your
mountain weather forecast.
Yeah, I can't get it to turn back on. I don't know what's happening.
Yancey, McDowell counties and points northeast that the winter weather advisors will be for a little bit of icing. Partly sunny this afternoon, upper 40s. Tonight, rain developing down close to freezing, probably just above.
Well,
so we may have some mixed precipitation on the
brought
onset
up the screen
before we change the rain tomorrow and it tapers off before noon. And the advisory area could get a little bit slick. Tomorrow's high in the mid-40s, sunshine near 50 Wednesday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stager.
This report is sponsored by...
Just unplug it and plug it back in, brother.
Stay big on holiday staples.
It works
Get
sometimes.
select Holiday Living 100-count string lights, now 4 for $10. Plus, fresh-cut Christmas trees, 25% off.
Yep, 70% of the time. It works every time.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm,
Lord, I
save
wish
up
I
to
could tell this
$700
story.
plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
You've got a big day.
So you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness.
That is
so no matter how
good.
long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Park Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve.
Movable parts going on because at the end of the week, we're taking another trip on the Eagles Living the Dream Tour.
Woohoo!
We'll be going down to Atlanta for the SEC championship game between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. It being championship week, it means there's a lot of things that's going to get decided this week. One of those is in the ACC, where your championship game pits number 18 Virginia against unranked 7-5 Duke. Now, Jeremy, do you want to explain why this is interesting?
Because the ACC could get shut out of the college football playoff like we told you they could 3 weeks ago.
Completely.
And I'll be honest with you, I think there's a better than zero chance that they do.
Well, look, Vegas has got Virginia as a 3.5-point favorite in Charlotte for this game. And if you're a fan of chaos, then maybe this is the path for you. Because you want to see the ACC get their panties all in a bunch, let Duke win this game. Because if that happens, what is the rule as far as who gets into the college football playoff when it comes to conference champions?
Top 5 conference champions.
Top 5 ranked conference champions, correct. If Duke is 8-5, is there any way that they get ranked above North Texas? How about James Madison? Would they even get ranked ahead of, I don't know, Navy? We're going to end up with 2 group of 6 teams in the college football playoff if Duke beats Virginia this week at Bank of America Stadium.
So the American champion is getting in this thing.
Yes.
You just bank it.
Yes, North Texas or Tulane.
If you look at the most recent polls, The college football playoff rankings, they don't do an also receiving votes. So it's virtually impossible to know where they would have teams. North Texas and Tulane were 20 and 21 in the last ranking. What does that tell you? One of them has to win.
Yes.
Duke didn't receive a vote in the last ranking.
Why would they?
And there are 30 teams that did.
Mm-hmm. No shot.
That's a bad sign.
Mm-hmm. You got no shot. Now, Virginia wins. Everything's going to be fine.
Virginia wins, and we have less of a chance of chaos.
Right. We have an 11 seed. Because they won't jump North Texas over them, will they?
I don't know about that.
11-1 North Texas, 10-2 Tulane. If North Texas wins that game and is 12-1,
if North Texas just smokes Tulane, it's possible. I wouldn't look for it.
Possibility?
I would not look for it, but it's possible.
Okay. I mean, North Texas has smoked several teams this year. Good Lord.
Yeah,
I haven't even paid attention to North Texas.
Yeah, they hurt. They hurt feelings.
They hurt people's feelings a lot. Wow.
They're not nice to have to play.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that would happen. Virginia wins the ACC championship. They'll be bumped up to 13th or something.
So I'm going to tell you a funny story. I didn't notice this until you said it, and I had to research it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Duke did not receive a vote in the most recent AP poll.
Right.
North Dakota State did.
Wait. You can't vote for them, can
Apparently
you?
you can.
Apparently you can.
Apparently you can, because somebody did. Somebody voted North Dakota State 23rd in the last poll because they got 3 votes. They're an FCS team. I had to check that. I'm like, did they move up and I forgot or didn't know?
Oh,
nope.
Man.
Nope.
Can you imagine all the heads that will explode if the ACC gets nobody in?
Mine won't, because I've said for weeks the ACC doesn't deserve anybody in. The ACC is a joke. It is a joke. I mean, do you understand how bad it is just that we got here? First of all, your tiebreakers are moronic. Do you understand the ACC has 4 ranked teams that are 6-2 in the conference? Duke is not one of them, and that's who got in. Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh, Miami, and SMU are all ranked teams.
Yes.
Duke is not. That's the team that got in. That is dumb. Because here's the thing: if Miami was in this,
with all of those teams,
if Miami was in this, all your problems go away.
Right.
Because then you'd have Virginia, Miami, whoever wins goes. Instead, now you have to sit back and hope for pure pandalirium because Miami's really your only shot to get a team in if you don't get in the automatic qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
And which, by the way, you mark my words, that's what the playoff committee wants. They want Duke to not make it and Miami make it as an at-large. Because Miami's the best team in the ACC, and I'm not sure it's all that close.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to need some help.
I was going to say, how does that happen? How do they still get in?
Miami?
Yeah.
As an at-large. They were in the last.
But how do they move up the rankings is the question. Because currently they would be, 12?
Yep.
They don't play again. And you got one of those spots is at least one of those spots is going to be taken by Group of 5 champions.
Well, BYU is going to get the peas beat out of them by Texas Tech. So I think that one will take care of itself.
Okay.
And I already see this coming. I see this argument coming. Alabama gets beat convincingly by Georgia, having already beaten Georgia. And there will be people arguing, should Miami get in over Alabama?
Yeah.
I have long been of the belief you cannot punish a team for playing in their conference championship game.
Agreed. Same thing happened last year with SMU and Clemson.
Mm-hmm. And it was stupid last year because the loser of that game should have been out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how it went. We will. I'm telling you, that argument will get loud because there will be people that think Alabama should be out with 3 losses and Miami should be in because they weren't afforded the opportunity to play in their conference championship game.
Right.
We get a new iteration of this same argument every year, and it all comes with different stipulations and reasonings. Or, hey, College Football Playoff Committee, maybe you could just be smart and say, we're going to put in the 12 best teams. Do you see how easy that was?
Right.
Just do that.
When you tie yourself to automatic qualifiers, you end up with weird scenarios you didn't expect coming. We ended up with it last year with the buys. They changed the rule, and now here we are, where possibly we could have North Texas and James Madison make it to the college football playoff.
And I'm better with that than Virginia.
I don't feel like you should be, because then that takes away another one of the at-larges. And then that kicks out a Miami team. And why would you rather see North Texas in than Miami?
Well, I wouldn't, but that's not on the board because 2 conference champions are making it one way or the other. You're either getting Virginia, North Texas, or you're getting North Texas, JMU. There's no possibility of it only being 4 conference champions. That spot's not going to Miami one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Alabama gets the bejesus beat out of them by Georgia, now all of a sudden we have more of a talking point. I would also, and I'm going to caution you that this argument's coming too. Well, Miami beat Notre Dame. Why are they behind Notre Dame? Well, to put it delicately, because one of you lost to Louisville and Stanford, or Louisville and SMU, excuse me. The other one lost to, Texas A&M and Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've beaten the smoke off everybody else they played. Didn't say any of those teams were good. They were good enough.
And that's where that falls apart.
I also laugh at does the head-to-head not matter? No, it matters. You just need to be a little closer to each other for it to matter.
Mm-hmm. And you needed it to be a little bit more recent in the memory.
I'm firmly of the belief I would never schedule a good non-conference game ever again. And I think a lot of teams around college football are starting to look at it my way because look at the non-conference schedule next year. NC State, Virginia in Rio de Janeiro is real high on the list. I know because I've already started putting together a wish list of games for next year.
That's not one of them, is it?
It is, yeah.
Ooh.
I actually am. There is part of me that wants to make next year Living the Dream International.
I mean, I'll go to Ireland. I'd like to go to Ireland.
That one's there. There's
We'll go see
Spain
Carolina.
there. There's Brazil. There were a lot.
How do you have the market for that? How is Virginia NC State a draw outside the South?
No clue. It's not a draw in the South.
Right. Like, I don't – if you had that – if that was the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and even if you'd said this is we're going to put the national championship on this game, there would be media members who didn't show up for that. To cover it.
I would be one of them.
Yet somehow you decided we should really branch out to Rio de Janeiro. And the game we're going to take, NC State, Virginia.
Woo!
Wow. How did you get down that path?
No clue. You shouldn't have.
That's insane. It's insane to me. But hey, who knows? Maybe the Brazilian crowd, they're all about it. They'll pack it out just like they do an NFL game. I mean, I doubt it, but who knows?
I'm going to go on a limb and say they don't.
Maybe so. Yeah. Did you do your outside story?
I did not.
Story? Okay.
Yeah, I did. I have a weird story. It's very short.
Okay.
It's about a man who apparently He doesn't love Thanksgiving. Was in downtown Jackson, Mississippi, and the man's name, it was here somewhere. Now I can't find it. So
Jethro.
the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, he decided he wanted to protest, and much like the people of Arkansas Razorback fans, he forgot one very important thing. If what you're protesting is crazy and nobody agrees with you, maybe you should know your audience. He was trying to get people to, instead of celebrate Thanksgiving, they should celebrate Thanks Vegan. So would you like to take a stab at what he did to tell people about Thanks Vegan?
Did he glue himself to something?
No, but close.
Okay. He chained himself to a live turkey.
No. He did a live action of himself as a Thanksgiving turkey. The funniest part of this is he works in downtown Jackson, Mississippi. He did this on his lunch break.
Not anymore.
Well, as somebody that's been there, I will tell you, he's eating lunch by himself for a while. He went into the town square and did a live enactment, and it looks like he had a wine glass behind his head to hold his head up to make him look like a prone turkey.
I'm sorry. Earlier in this scenario, I just used the name Jethro. We're changing that. His name's Blaine, isn't it?
He looks like a Blaine. That dude's definitely got some. That dude's got some Blaine to it. He's got some moonbeam or strawberry root to him too.
That boy's got some Blaine in him.
That guy right there's got. That kid's got a lot of quit in him. But his claim was that the turkey is it's a beautiful animal.
Okay.
It feels pain.
Yeah.
They don't want to be stuffed and carved to pieces for a fleeting taste of their flesh.
Sure. No animal wants that. Here's the problem with all of that. They're animals, and we can do that.
And that's what they're here for.
And we're allowed to do. In fact, that's kind of, in our DNA.
It's actually their whole role here. Are you a cute pet? No. Are you delicious? Yes. And you're not extinct. Right. We will keep allowing you to mate so we can eat your offspring.
Indeed.
And that is called the circle of life. He said PETA's provocative holiday spread also encourages everyone to tuck into a savory vegan roast that gives everyone something to be thankful for. And lunatic man in Jackson, Mississippi, I have something to be thankful for, that no lunatic came to my Thanksgiving with a savory vegan roast. Because that would have been the last invite they ever got. We have a nice turf falafel here that it tastes just like turkey. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It tastes like particle board and part of my desk. And you can have that, and I'm going to eat Mr. Gobbles over here. You ever think PETA members listen to our show and just go, I hate that guy?
Oh, they should.
That's 100%.
I'll give you every reason in the world to hate me.
No doubt. And my response to your hatred of me, ditto.
Yeah. Samesies.
Promise you, you don't dislike me any more than I dislike you.
There's vegan turkey roast. Tofu that tastes just like turkey.
Pass.
With a crispy skin.
Pass.
If it tastes just like turkey, why wouldn't you just eat the turkey? Just a question. I mean, it's kind of stupid to me to be like, I don't want to kill the turkey, but I'd really like to eat something that tastes like it.
Sure.
But why don't you just grow a pair and get over it?
Let's go. And here's the thing. You're doing me a favor by not eating the turkey, and I'm doing all of us a favor by eating it.
Exactly.
We do not want the turkey population to get too crazy.
Yep. We're about 2 more cycles away over here at the Radio Ranch, where we're gonna need some thinning of the herd.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Our turkeys are getting huge.
they'll be right for next year. Hey, maybe we could work out a deal with our good friends over at Bear Smokehouse Barbecue next year. They could source their Thanksgiving turkeys here at the Radio Ranch. Keep everything local, homegrown.
That's a bold strategy.
Hey, you never know. Shop local, right?
I'm not sure that's where you want to source your turkey.
I don't know. I mean, they're well fed. Maybe. I don't know.
Also,
Anyhow,
potentially a little gamey.
Yeah, could be. Could be. But you know what? I would only trust one set of pit masters in Asheville to make a gamey bird taste quite succulent and nice. Falls right off the bone. It's Bear Smokehouse Barbecue. They can cook any kind of meat. I'm convinced. Now, they stick to the normal meats. You know, there's the turkey, there's the chicken. The brisket is my favorite. That's my go-to. You give me a choice of meats, I'm going brisket. You get pulled pork, all those things, mixed up in a whole, cavalcade of concoctions. You can get the bear bowl. You can get the mama bear salad with your favorite meat on top of it. There's something for everybody at Bear Smokehouse Barbecue. And we'll be there on Thursday, as we are every week, for a kickoff Thursday. The Back Alley Bar needs to be your place to check out all of your games. Bear Smokehouse Barbecue, 135 Cox Avenue. Also got a second location down on Sweeten Creek Road inside Sweeten Creek Brewing. Check them out at bearsbbq.com.
ESPN Asheville.
We're clear.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Rain on the way may begin as some mixed precipitation, but it's in the mountains. Yancey, McDowell counties and points northeast that the winter weather advisors will be for a little bit of icing. Partly sunny this afternoon, upper 40s. Tonight, rain developing down close to freezing, probably just above, so we may have some mixed precipitation on the onset before we change to rain tomorrow, and it tapers off before noon. And the advisory area could get a little bit slick. Tomorrow's high in the mid-40s, sunshine near 50 Wednesday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
This holiday season at AT&T, learn how to get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible iPhone trade-in. Any condition. Requires trade-in of iPhone 14 Pro Max or higher. Excludes iPhone 16e. Terms and restrictions apply. Subject to change. Visit att.com/iPhone for details.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
We're getting our praise on every Sunday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. The best artists in gospel music are right here on Throwbacks 101.1. Presented by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
From the Ingalls Studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls Studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to the sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. Today is
Ole Miss Tears Monday.
It is also an Overreaction Monday.
Overreaction Monday.
That's right. That's right. We take stock of what happened in the world of football over the weekend. Stock up, stock down. Our daily draft always on a Monday. So, Jeremy, I'll give you the first pick here.
Ole Miss.
Stock up, stock
Ole Miss.
down.
Ole Miss. Ole
Miss.
Stock down. Stock way down. Ole Miss, in the course of 1 week, went from preparing for a possible run through the college football playoff with Lane Kiffin as its head coach to preparing for a game in the college football playoff with Pete Golding as its head coach.
Mm-hmm.
If that's evolution, they will be coached by a ficus sometime next week.
Ficus.
I haven't seen many things like it. The reaction from the Ole Miss fan base has been terrible. It was a horrible look to see them stacked up at the airport to watch his plane go by. This entire saga, Ole Miss has looked like the crazy girlfriend of, don't leave me because I'll find you. Yeah, that really makes other guys want to hop on this because it doesn't look fun on the end game.
Right. Stock down for the Ole Miss Rebels, who are finding out just where they land in the hierarchy.
Am I the only one?
Football.
I've watched this whole thing. You remember that scene in Step Brothers where they show up to the interview with Seth Rogen and they're wearing tuxedos? And he goes, the tuxedos are kind of messed up now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I felt this whole time. That old hotty-toddy thing, it feels kind of excremented up. Don't love that.
No. Stock up, stock down. I got to go stock up for the Carolina Panthers. Panthers pulled off the upset of the week, beating the LA Rams 31-28. Bryce Young throwing 3 touchdown passes. The defense stepping up, making some plays. 3 interceptions thrown by Matthew Stafford yesterday. And the Carolina Panthers still just a half a game out of first place in the division, within striking distance.
Carolina controls their own destiny to win this division.
You've got 2 games coming up with the Bucs. 2 out of the next 5. 2 out of the next 4. They haven't had their bye week yet.
Their bye. So this upcoming week is the final set of byes, and Carolina's one of them. So they play New Orleans, a Seattle team that may or may not be playing for anything by that time. I would say they probably will be, but they might not be.
They'll certainly be playing for. They'll certainly be playing for home field advantage.
Maybe.
Well, you got like 5 teams that are in that mix, so I would think if they
they have to win their own division before any of that matters.
True.
And they have to play the Rams the week before that game with the Panthers.
Right.
Seattle's an interesting team to me. By the way, this is a great time to point out. You can find this on our on all of our social medias right now. Yesterday, against the Seattle Seahawks that we were just discussing, the Minnesota Vikings put up an offensive display that would have been the worst game statistically in New York Jets history. I want you to think about what I just said.
That's rough.
The Minnesota Vikings just had an offensive day that would have been the worst day offensively in Jets history.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets. Same team that's had 3 halves with less than 0 net passing yards this season. You beat that.
Congratulations.
Gross.
I'm going to go stock up for the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
The Cowboys, as I said last week, it's false fall. You're giving false hope. It's that moment where you get everybody back on board and make them feel like there's a chance. And then in Cowboy fashion, you let them down the stretch. How high will they build, though? Because you beat the Eagles, and that was a hell of a division win. You get everybody excited. Then you beat the Chiefs. And everybody starts to think, well, maybe there is some smoke to this. You got the Lions this week. And I would have said that guaranteed, 7 weeks ago, would have been an 0-3 stretch. You win all of those games, you're back in it. You're back in the hunt.
If the Cowboys beat the Lions, I can almost guarantee you that they make the playoffs. They just don't play anybody after that. I mean, that's a team. You beat the Lions. You've got a 10-day layoff after that. You play the J.J. McCarthy, Max Brosmer-led Minnesota Vikings.
Who you'll crush.
Who you'll beat like a sled dog. Then you play the Chargers, the Washington Commanders, and the Giants, who the last 2 are playing for nothing, and I don't think the Chargers can stop you from getting home anytime you want to.
Mm-hmm.
The team in the NFC that everybody is looking around going, I don't want them to make it, is the Dallas Cowboys. And I go back to what I said 2 weeks ago. What if it is real?
Mm-hmm.
What if the defense is this improved? What if the offense is this good? What if they're all rallying around each other and this becomes that team that we look at and go, man, if they make it, they're not going to be fun.
Very well could be. Next on your stock up, stock down list?
I'm going to go stock down Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm not sure how much lower it can get. I'm to the point, I don't see how Kansas City's going to make the playoffs. And I get it. You play winnable games. The Texans, the Chargers, obviously the Titans and the Raiders. You get that one on Christmas with the Broncos. I just don't know how you're going to winnable them.
Every game's an elimination game from now on.
If you look at Kansas City and you do it, take the logo off the helmet. I've been saying this for weeks. They've beaten the Giants, the crippled Ravens, the Lions, the Raiders, and the Commanders. You had one win against the Indianapolis Colts. And that's my next stock down, is the Indianapolis Colts.
Mm-hmm.
If you just, and this is going to get a little cyclical, and I know sometimes I get down rabbit holes, and it can be a little confusing as to what I'm trying to say. What if the Indianapolis Colts are not as good as we thought?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a foregone conclusion. Let me take it a step farther. What if they're not good at all? What if this is a team that beat up on a bunch of nobodies and it snowed us? Now they get to the back half of the schedule, which, oh, by the way, ends evilly. And they fall apart and miss the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a two-layered response, because if that's the case, then Kansas City doesn't have a good win all year. And that means now you got to go beat a Houston Texan team with an evil pass rush. Or you got to beat a Los Angeles Charger team with an evil pass rush, a running game that they're figuring it out, a lot of weapons, no offensive line, but it's not like you're getting home consistently either. Tennessee and the Raiders you'll beat because you showed up and put your pants on the right direction. But then you get Denver. That's 3 losable games. They have not won a losable game yet that wasn't the Indianapolis Colts. The Lions, maybe. The game was in Kansas City, and you know how I feel about Jared Goff playing outside.
Right.
I think Kansas City's told you who they are. You just don't want to hear it because they have Pat Mahomes.
Yes.
I think the Indianapolis Colts have told you who they are. You just don't want to believe it because it was such a good story. Oh, it's Indiana Jones and Jonathan Taylor and what? You made a trade that I think is going to go down as one of the worst in NFL history for Ahmad Sauce Gardner, who's now going to be out for a while. Don't know how long, but for a while. Daniel Jones has come crashing back to earth. You remember when he was the highest-rated quarterback in the NFL?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's not anymore.
I remember when somebody said, are we seriously buying into this?
Yeah, that would be you.
Right.
That would be you.
Everything, all the signs were there that this is flimsy, and it could not last.
Do you know where Daniel Jones is now in QBR?
Let me guess, like 11th.
He's 8. Just ahead of Sam Darnold and Mac Jones.
Yep.
1 spot behind Jackson Dart. 2 spots behind C.J. Stroud. After watching yesterday, I watched way more of Texans Colts than I should have. I believe the Houston Texans are the best team in that division. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are the second best team in that division. I think the Indianapolis Colts are fool's gold. Yep. And we wanted to believe it because we like Shane Steichen. We like how that team's been built. I think Indianapolis is going to miss the playoffs. I also think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs. Because if you go by that same metric of QBR, where's Pat Mahomes?
15th.
He's 2.
He's 2?
The only quarterback in the NFL higher rated than Pat Mahomes through 12 games is Rayne Dakota Prescott.
Really?
He's 1/10 of a point ahead of Drake May. That's the thing that I'm hung up on with Kansas City. It's not, wait for Patrick Mahomes to come be the superhero that he's been in the past. He's already doing that.
Right.
And it's not enough. This is actively the fifth highest rated season of Patrick Mahomes' career.
Might be the most damning thing I've heard.
He's that guy. His touchdown to interception ratio is actually lower than it's been in past years. Last 2 years, he's been just under 2.5 or 2-1. He's at 3-1 right now. He's not turning the ball over. He's not taking a crazy number of sacks. It's slightly more than he's taken in the past, but nothing out of the range of data here. He's trending actually exactly where he was last year.
All right, this week was decision week for Jeremy. Kansas City out, Indianapolis out.
Stephen Tao said, I just wanted to say Sam Darnold's name rent-free. Sam's my best good friend. We do karate in the garage. I am legally mandated to say his name anytime it is justified in a conversation.
Okay. I'm going to go another stock up for my next selection. I'm going to stock up for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh, hi, oh.
Namely, one Brutus Buckeye.
I'm so glad you're saying this. I saw that and laughed until I thought I was going to defecate on myself.
It was snowing at the big game, and Ohio State beat the snot out of Michigan. Now, at the end of the game, or toward the end of the game, old Brutus Buckeye gets out there and shuffles around and making imprints in the snow and does the little script Ohio in the corner of the end zone, crosses out the Michigan M. And I think it's one of the best trolls I've seen in a long time.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Better than Baker Mayfield planting the flag at the middle of the field.
It was fantastic. Did you hear what Ryan Day said to Sharon Moore at midfield?
No. What'd he say?
He walked up to him and said, I'm not going to let him plant the flag, but you better get your players out of here or we're going to have a problem.
Oh.
He said, there's a lot of them and not a lot of me.
Mm-hmm.
So you better get your guys out of here or that flag's going down and there's going to be a fight. I was like, I think that's the first time I've ever heard Ryan Day where I went, I like that. I like what you did there.
I like that.
Oh, we have
Ohio State getting the monkey off their back there, beating Michigan for the first time in, 4 years?
Yes, 5.
5 years.
Yep.
It's a long drought.
We have breaking news, Tank.
Uh-oh.
Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news? Who's gonna break the news?
Oh.
Who's gonna break the news?
Oh, I'm old. I just pulled something in my back.
He pulled his jejunum. Oh, James Madison coach Bob Chesney is getting the UCLA job.
Woo!
He was a thought to be a target of Penn State. This tells me definitively he is not.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, do you think he'll coach in the CFP? Leaving James Madison going to UCLA? Because I bet he does.
I'm sure he will.
I bet
absolutely.
he does. So weird. That means he will. Morris at North Texas will if they make it.
Mm-hmm.
Sumrall will at Tulane.
Yes.
Weird. It's only Ole Miss. Yeah, but that means Lane Kiffin's a jackass. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. Every school can do it except for that. Well, but he went to a school in the same conference.
But they're the only.
Who cares?
Honestly, they're the only ones that are going to win more than once. So,
they ain't winning once. And I'll be honest with you, they see Chesney's James Madison team, they might lose to James Madison.
No, I'm saying if Lane coached, they would be the only one of that group that would win more than one game. The rest of them, that's the high watermark.
Sure.
Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin, everybody playing. That's a team that could go a couple of rounds.
I just think it's funny how much like jackals it makes Ole Miss look when they're like, well, nobody coaches. Yeah, you're going to have 3 of them. You have 3 of them coaching in this playoff that are going to other schools.
Yep.
But not you. Oh, no, we can't risk Lane. You're running this as a commercial for LSU. Oh, you mean like the last 6 years at Ole Miss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure.
Exactly what he's been doing.
Sure. You do
taking
that.
Taking you to new heights while also raising his own stock.
Absolutely.
That's kind of how that works.
Ole Miss, I give you a solid piece of advice. And you can take this for what it's worth. If you can't tell, this Ole Miss thing has super ruffled my feathers. And now I'm just taking joy in it. You should probably be glued to your television on on Wednesday, December the 17th for the 68 Ventures Bowl, because that's where you're headed moving forward. Enjoy those bowl games before Christmas. I want to make sure we get home to see Ho-Ho.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. Daily Draft, stock up, stock down, continues after this.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run.
Clear.
Thank you. Cup layup, counted in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3-0, but net from the rookie. Not the triple. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, you fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Keep the holiday soundtrack on everywhere. The snowman. Open the free iHeartRadio app and start listening to your local holiday station on the go. Tap the holiday banner or just search holiday. And you'll see customized stations like iHeart Christmas Classics, iHeart Country Christmas, and tons of playlists to set the mood. You've got enough to do. Let us handle the music. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and start listening.
Jonathan,
some people won't give
Jonathan
you the real
Wells
talk
just
on
gave
drugs,
me the greatest
but it's
stat
time we know
on
the
Max
facts.
Brosmer
Fentanyl
ever.
is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs.
Okay.
Pressed into
I'm gonna give it
counterfeit
when we
pills
come back.
that resemble prescription
It's
medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand,
I just had
can
to fact
potentially
check
be
it
lethal.
because I thought that
This
can't
isn't an ad to
seriously
scare
be
you,
true.
but it is
No,
an
it's true.
ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is where it starts. Where your story begins.
The next pick is yours, right?
Yes.
This is
If
the
you don't
trail
take
you blaze
if
yourself.
you don't take Minnesota next, I'll take it with my following pick.
Okay.
And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better.
You can have it. I got another choice.
Who have you already taken?
Finish. Ingles.
I got stock ups for Carolina, Dallas, and Ohio State.
He is the number
And I
one
have
team in
stock
Buncombe
downs
County.
for
We have the customer service experience to assist achieving your real
City.
And Indianapolis.
percent of listings in our market won't have Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw.
We have another super chat
Over the
coming
next few
back,
months,
too.
We cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out
Now
of
we actually have
wanting to
two
help
of them. I
Western
missed
North
one.
Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
It is ESPN Asheville, back in the Sportsocracy. On.
Oh, got to turn the mic on.
Yeah,
Overreaction Monday.
We're doing the daily draft. Stock up, stock down. Who impressed? Who hurt themselves? this weekend. We had some weird outcomes around the football world. We'll continue that in just a moment. However, we got some Super Chats we need to get to.
'Cause it's all about the money, all about the money.
First one's from Sir Jimothy, who said he's just in for a minute. Thoughts on the Florida head coaching hire, and said see you Thursday at Bear Smokehouse Barbecue for Cowboys Lions.
John Summerall, I mean, I feel like that's the best you could do.
I would agree.
With that position.
I mean, look, Lane was never coming. I know you took the shot at him. It was just never going to happen. And I have it on, again, good authority. He viewed Florida too much like Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
The money's inconsistent. It's there, but we've had issues paying players. The fan base is notoriously rabid. They can be a little kooky. They turn on you quick. I think John Summerall was as good as you could possibly want. I think John Summerall's a really good coach. I don't know that he has the ceiling. Like, I don't know that you're winning a national title with John Summerall.
Probably not.
But can you win? Can you get to the SEC championship game with him? Maybe.
Be close.
It depends on how he recruits. I mean, he's never had to recruit at this level. So that's one of the hard things about hiring group of 5 coaches is you don't know what's going to happen when they get into Florida high schools and spots like that. You got to recruit at the highest high level. That's why Lane Kiffin was so attractive. Is I already know what he's going to do. He's going to be able to go get whoever he wants because he's so well respected that now he rivals Kirby Smart or what Dabo Swinney was, or there's just not a lot of coaches that are that viewed that way.
I was going to say, I mean, John Summerall, he may be a guy who's only good at that level.
Could be.
I mean, we've seen this time and time again with head coaches at Florida.
I will say the comp to Summerall and Billy Napier, they're very different coaches. I get where they came from and the similarities there. I understand why you're saying it. I'm just saying they're very different guys.
Oh, sure. But the path immediately puts your mind to, or it does to me, of what makes John Summerall different from all of the other things that Florida has tried other than Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer. Now, those are the only 2 things that have been successful, and they were great while they were there. But then you've taken on project after project outside of those, and none of them have really paid off into anything. I mean, Dan Mullen, was he the best one?
I would say so, yes.
Will Muschamp for a season? Like, he had a really good season at Florida, but other than that, Jim McElwain, I think they all had one season that was good. And then it was just either forgettable or trash after that, which led to the firing, which led them down the path of Jim McElwain and Dan Mullen and Billy Napier, and what's to keep John Summerall from being the same guy?
Look, the highest talent in Florida right now is very gettable because Florida State and Florida have been down for so long. I don't know which one's going to win this out, but I feel pretty sure it's probably not going to be Mario Cristobal.
Yeah. There's room. There's room for improvement.
For sure. We have one more Super Chat.
All right.
It's from Red Sea, who said, I'd rather take Yokozuna's bonsai drop 414 times on concrete than have Drew Petzing as my OC.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a Red Sea Drew Pet zinger.
Yeah, that's a big old biggin right there.
That is a lot.
You're definitely going to crack some ribs. You'll be walking around like DDP for the rest of your life. Just bandage it.
It's not going to be fun.
All right, back to the stock up, stock down from the weekend. I haven't done a stock down yet, so I'll go ahead and give one to the ACC. We kind of talked about this earlier in the program, but the fact that Your ACC championship game is coming up at Bank of America Stadium this weekend, and you have a chance to absolutely get shut out of the college football playoff because you have a 7-5 team that's in your championship.
And you did it to yourself.
Despite the fact that there are, what did you say earlier, 4 ranked teams that are tied with them in the standings in the conference. Somehow the tiebreakers wound up that Duke is your choice. And now if a 7-5 Duke team wins the ACC championship, you don't have a team in. How did you paint yourself into that corner?
It's not
just
good.
Another example of how this conference is just a joke. And it gets worse and worse every time. Right? Like, you would think at some point things might change administratively for the ACC or even forward-facing that would make you think that they're going to try to fight for their lives. But at every step, it becomes a bigger and bigger clown show to the point of we look at each other now, I'm talking about not just me and Jeremy, but like I think all football fans look at the ACC and go, you're not built for this. You can't compete this way. And no wonder Clemson and Florida State and Carolina and all of these other rumors are out there about these teams wanting to leave the conference. Because you're as bad as the NCAA getting in your own way.
Mm-hmm.
So, stock down for the ACC.
I will go stock down Minnesota Vikings and quarterback whisperer Kevin O'Connell. This comes from Jonathan Welch. It's a screenshot of QB Gami. Tank, do you know what scorigami is?
Yeah, that's when the score adds up to a number that no other game has in the history of the game.
So there's another Twitter page that does that called QB Gami.
Okay.
Have we ever seen this stat line from a quarterback before? Max Brosmer went 126 yards, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That is not a QB Gami. We have seen that stat line one time before.
Okay.
By Tommy Thompson on November the 5th, 1950. Would you like to hear a stat about Tommy Thompson?
Sure.
Tommy Thompson had an accident when he was a child and was blind in one eye. He stepped away from the NFL to serve for 2 years during World War II. His QB Gami was after both of those things. And there is your Max Brosmer stat of the day.
He was a one-eyed veteran?
Yep.
And okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
sure
hilarious.
Was.
Thank you, Jonathan, for that.
Jonathan Welch, you win comment of the day because that's
that's points.
And I had to fact check it. It's all 100% accurate.
Wow.
And I think that part blows my mind the most because that feels like something somebody made up on Twitter.
Who knew there was a one-eyed quarterback in the NFL?
But they didn't. Interception slinger. My next one is stock up LSU.
Mm-hmm.
You did the best that you could do. It was not physically possible to hire a better coach than you did coming off of the Brian Kelly fiasco. And I will say, I think LSU wins a national title in the next 5 years with Lane Kiffin.
I would agree.
He's already flipping high-level prospects. We've never seen him at a school where you can recruit like this. And before you say USC, it's harder to win at USC than you think. Because L.A. is very apathetic when you're not good. And they were good, but not good enough. And those recruiting classes started to dwindle. You don't really have that problem. Because you're pulling from a lot of very talent-rich areas.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I said on a podcast sometime in the last week. I'm not sure. It's all started blending together. Lane Kiffin went to the only power job in college football that can say to kids in the Carolinas, kids in Florida, kids in Georgia, kids in Texas. Your family can drive within 4 hours and see every game we ever play.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big, very supple recruiting ground.
Supple.
Supple.
It's a nice use of the word supple.
Supple.
Jeremy.
Tank's being a child. He's been being a child for this entire segment.
Sure. Stock up, stock down. I got to go stock up for our boy Ben Johnson. The Chicago Bears, I don't know if I'm sure somebody knew this, but I don't know if they planned for this. Coming into this week against the Philadelphia Eagles, that they, with a win, would be the number 1 seed in the NFL at the end of the week. With the LA Rams playing the Carolina Panthers, that was hard to predict because you thought, they're probably going to win that game. I mean, they were a giant favorite, weren't they?
Pretty sizable, yeah.
But now the Chicago Bears, again, at the top of the NFC. Now, I will say the same thing about the Chicago Bears that I said 5 weeks ago. It feels like, I don't know if it's that long. It's been a few weeks. About the Indianapolis Colts. Feel all warm and fuzzy. We're 9-3 right now, and we're first in the NFC. Okay. Your wins come against the Cowboys team. That wasn't the same team. You didn't play this team early in the season for your first win. Raiders, Commanders, Saints, Bengals, Giants, Vikings, Steelers. Those were the games that you won in between beating the Cowboys at the beginning of the season and beating the Eagles yesterday. Or this weekend, Friday. Just throwing it out there. That's a hell of an easy schedule. And congratulations for winning the games that you won. It does make me question whether or not you're strong enough to hold on at the end of the year. You got 2 with the Packers. You got 1 with the Browns. You got to go to the 49ers and play the Lions at the end of the season, who are going to be clinging to some kind of playoff hope. I don't know if you're winning enough games to just lay back in that last week. We got this all sewed up. There's a whole bunch of teams that are vying for position here with the Chicago Bears. So it's great that you're number 1 this week. I don't know that you're going to be the number 1 seed for much longer. But you keep running, the ball for 265 yards a game. You're going to have a great chance. And then I guess one more selection from me. Well, I guess I got to go stock up for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Not that you weren't expecting or thinking that you were going to go in this week and win. However, you got it done, and now you got your chance to cement your spot in the college football playoff.
And we will be there.
Because you drew the one team that is terrified of you. The one team that's going, do we have to play this game again? Although, as Jeremy pointed out, what was that, last week, I think? When we get them the second time, it has tended to go better in Georgia's favor if they lose to Alabama early in the season.
My final is a stock down for the afternoon slate of NFL football games. At one point yesterday, we had 3 games in the fourth quarter happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was 26-0. One of them was 26-7. One of them was 31-14. And going into the fourth quarter, all 3 teams that wound up losing those games had less than 100 total yards of offense. And I would love to say that's never happened before. except it happened 2 weeks ago. This is the second time this year that we've had 3 teams in the afternoon slate down by more than 3 scores with less than 100 total yards of offense. That has got to be a yardagami. If that's ever happened before, I don't ever remember it. It's happened 2 times in 3 weeks.
Wow.
Gross.
Yeah.
We have one super chat before we go into the break.
Money, all about that money.
Another pet zinger from Red Sea said, I'd rather be a 69-year-old truck driver in the vicinity of Mark Sanchez than have Drew Petzing as my offensive coordinator. Last one for the day. Go Gators. Mark still catching strays months later.
Shoo. He's going to catch him for a while.
That dude just really hates Drew Petzing. And I get it. I watched more of your game yesterday than I should have. I was really doing anything I could to not watch what the Jets were going to do because I felt pretty good that I knew what was going to happen long before it did.
Right. Question is, does he hate Drew Petzing as much or more than I hate Mike Bobo?
Oh, that's a battle.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic rap battle right there.
Mm-hmm. Just saying. His name
You
got
did
cursed
say
out
a lot of negative things about Mike Bobo while we were in Atlanta last week.
His name got cursed out a lot last week. I guarantee you it's going to get cursed out a lot this week. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville.
We're clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Rain on the way may begin as some mixed precipitation, but it's in the mountains. Yancey, McDowell counties and points northeast that the winter weather advisors will be for a little bit of icing. Partly sunny this afternoon, upper 40s. Tonight, rain developing down close to freezing, probably just above, so we may have some mixed precipitation on the onset before we change to rain tomorrow, and it tapers off before noon. In the advisory area, it could get a little bit slick. Tomorrow's high in the mid-40s, sunshine near 50 Wednesday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1155. That's 800-656-1155.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Live in the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday...
Do you have a crime story?
...college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro
I do
soccer,
not.
or take...
Okay, all right, we'll just skip it.
It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
Hello, everybody. This is good old JR Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer. Boy, these boys are smart. You talk about goofier than a pet coon. Let me tell you something. This show is a legitimate slobber knocker.
It is ESPN Asheville. We are the Sportsocracy. Coming to you live from the Ingles Studios. One here in Asheville, North Carolina. The other in Greenville, South Carolina.
Not to be
confused.
Oh, you beat me to
it. Not to be confused with Atlanta, South Carolina.
2 times.
Mm-hmm.
You said that 2 times.
Did I say it twice?
You said it twice.
Nice. Yeah, okay. So, look, sometimes you have a beverage at the tailgate and you forget what state you're in. All right?
It's easy to do. This week, I don't think I'm even going to know what state I'm in. Because I'm not in any one state for more than 24 consecutive hours between now and next Monday.
Right. Don't forget to tune in tonight at 7 o'clock on our sister station down in the upstate, Fox Sports Upstate. You can find it on the iHeartRadio app. What is the number? It's 104.
104.9.
104.9 or AM 1400, I think.
Yes. We don't do the 0.9 down here, though. It's 104.9 Fox Sports
Upstate.
Upstate.
104.9. Excuse me. Fox Sports Upstate. Check him out at 7 to 9 tonight for the overtime program. It is a call-in show. So
it is a call-in show.
Have some fun with him.
Hey, if you're one of the Ole Miss people that wants to yell at me, you can do that. But just understand, there is a feller sitting right there that as soon as you say the wordy dirt, you go away.
That's right. Shout out to Trey doing the yeoman's work.
Trey's down here doing the Lord's work. That dude does 3 shows back to back to back with 3 of the most different sports hosts you will ever find.
Yep. We've had a lot of talk about the coaching changes around college football. Just pulled this one up earlier today. Wanted to see your thoughts on it, Jeremy. Is Pat Fitzgerald going to be able to bring Michigan State back to any kind of relevance?
Michigan State just doesn't really have they don't have the resources. Biggest question with Michigan State is that their quarterback came in with their head coach, so you're probably going to be looking for a quarterback.
Yeah.
And then you get into the fact that you're in the Big Ten, and it's just
hard to compete.
Well, there's such haves and have-nots. Because you look at how much money they have at Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State and Oregon, even USC. Michigan State just can't compete with that. So I would say they're even a tier below what I was saying with Ole Miss earlier. I think it's a good hire.
Mm-hmm.
I've really yet to see there hasn't been a hire yet where I went, no, you shouldn't have done that. Which is impressive because I really did not like this set of candidates in the cycle.
Right.
But
Kentucky's got a chance. They can disappoint you.
I don't think they will because I'm 97.9% sure they're going to hire Will Stein, the offensive coordinator from Oregon.
Okay.
He's from
Mark
Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
He played at Louisville. And I think there is a very high chance that he's going to be the selection there. They keep talking about Brian Hartline. I don't think Hartline would take the Kentucky job, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Mark Stoops dismissed today after 13 years as the head coach of the Kentucky Wildcats.
They looked at him and said, can we make this in annual payments? And he said, sure. I'll take as long as it adds up to $39 million. He did the Ed Orgeron thing. You tell me what door to go out of. I go out that door.
I'll be glad to. Owed 75% of his remaining salary, which is $37.7 million. I'll go sit somewhere. Just do whatever I please.
For $37 million, I will do practically anything. You can hit me in the nethers with a 7-iron every morning at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Okay. All right. As we get closer
I love how Tank
to...
said that, like, how do I find $37 million? Because that sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
It would be. It would be a lot of fun. As we get closer to the end of the program here, we got Monday Night Football tonight.
You said it wrong.
New England Patriots and the New York Giants.
Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm. Are you expecting anything wonderful out of this game?
No.
Other than just Drake May continuing to impress.
Don't be shocked if the Giants find a way. This number feels like oddly low.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I'm going to take the Giants to cover it. I'm also not saying I'm not going to take the Giants to cover it. 7.5 just feels strange. Doesn't it feel low to you?
Well, it's going to be cold as hell. And it's been nasty weather up there. Although it doesn't look like there's any snow or anything in the forecast.
No.
But it is going to be 20 degrees. Not fun. That's one of those games that you just got to get physical, and who the hell knows how close you can keep this.
I find it strange that it started so low. I find it strange that the total has not changed. This just has 27-20 New England Patriots written all over it, and the Giants cover with the hook.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly enough, this is two of the best teams in the NFL at covering spreads. New England's 8-4 against the spread. The Giants are 7-5.
Interesting. The Giants, do they have Jackson Dart back?
Yes.
So, at least there's that.
That helps. You're not going to have Kayvon Thibodeau tonight. The defense is really walking wounded. The one caveat, that New England line is killed. And that does scare me a little bit when I'm looking at Brian Burns and Abdul Carter. How many starters on that line tonight can you name?
On the New England line?
Mm-hmm.
None of them.
You get Vidarian Lowe at left tackle.
Ooh.
Ben Brown at guard. Not sure if Garrett Bradbury's going to play or not. If he does, then he'll start at center. If he doesn't, Ben Brown starts at center, and Caden Wallace slides in at guard, and then you get Onwenu and Moses on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could be missing Harold Landry tonight. There's no Milton Williams. There's a lot of pieces missing for New England, to the point of this just feels like it's gonna be closer than it should. And Randy, I agree with Randy. I'm not that worried that the Giants are going to win this game. I have a weird sneaking suspicion they're going to cover.
All right. The spread 7.5 tonight. New England Patriots and the New York Giants.
And by the way, I said 27-20. I'm going to audible that in my own head to 24-17.
24-17. Okay.
I like the under too much to prognosticate an over.
Gotcha. Wondered why that switched up the way it
Well, I still had to keep it on 7.
I get you.
And this is one of those, and Vegas does this from time to time, of they're trying to bait you into, because a lot of people when they wager a score. And so they'll get you to bet the over, but also take the Giants. And so basically it's a great big wash, and they wind up celebrating the VIG because you bet the same thing on both.
Right.
And I feel like the under is just Bugs Bunny with the pie on the windowsill.
Mm-hmm. Any closing thoughts, Overreaction Monday? Anything that we missed? We didn't talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars being in first place.
Jaguars and the Texans, I think, make the playoffs. I really do. I'm looking at those schedules. I'm looking at how those teams are playing right now. They both feel like playoff teams to me.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC's tough. It's so funny that we have such a dichotomy between the two conferences because I don't feel like there are 7 playoff teams in the AFC. There might be 11 in the NFC. That's not true. 10. I said 10 wrong. Because I feel like Carolina's playing like a playoff team. Dallas is. I feel like Detroit is talented enough to be one. San Francisco's got 9 wins. So did 2 other teams in the West. The Bears have 9 wins. And then you get to the AFC and go, the 6-6 Ravens would be the 4th seed right now. The Buffalo Bills would make the playoffs right now. It's going to be a wild last month of the season, and I am
no doubt about it. There's going to be a lot of things that can flip on the way down to the end. The Colts collapsing, the Eagles collapsing, potentially. I've already mentioned the Bears could have a collapse coming. There's a lot of things that could still shift. Tonight, Monday Night Football. Don't miss it. We'll be back here tomorrow on ESPN Asheville for
Power Rankings Tuesday.
And we'll recap Monday Night Football, give you where everybody stands right now with 13 weeks. Right? Or 12 weeks. 13 weeks.
We're through 13 weeks as of tonight.
As of tonight. We will see you back here tomorrow at noon on ESPN Asheville.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Thanks, sir.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Rain on the way may begin as some mixed precipitation, but it's in the mountains. Yancey, McDowell counties and points northeast that the winter weather advisors will be for a little bit of icing. Partly sunny this afternoon, upper 40s. Tonight, rain developing down close to freezing, probably just above, so we may have some mixed precipitation on the onset before we change to rain tomorrow, and it tapers off before noon. And the advisory area could get a little bit slick. Tomorrow's high in the mid-40s, sunshine near 50 Wednesday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed Sponsored Jobs gives your job posting a turbo boost. Match with the candidates you're looking for, making your hiring simple. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Again, that's Indeed.com/credit.
'Tis the season. When you're in the mood for holiday music, listen live with the iHeartRadio app and on your radio. 97.7 The Brew, Asheville's Christmas station.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingalls studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We're getting our praise on every Sunday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. The best artists in gospel music are right here on Throwbacks 101.1. Presented by Ingalls Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz, he throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back, iron! Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses? Now that's all Doug's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon, ESPN Asheville.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
At Ingalls, we know that Thanksgiving is the ultimate event for the foodies in your life. And we have all the fixings and trimmings for a totally tasty turkey day. From fresh, local produce to the best meat in town to ready-made deliciousness from the Ingalls Deli, we have what you need to feed the whole family. So, from those afternoon appetizers to that midnight turkey sandwich, we got Thanksgiving covered. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup layup. Counted in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow three. Nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the six-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.